I dare you to work on yourself for 6 months. I dare you to shut out the world. I dare you to shut out all the distractions. I dare you to give up everything that is keeping you from your dream. I dare you!
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys already know, this is The Naked Truth and my name is Stacy. Yes, I did go ahead and change the channel's name because I felt like curly roots is cool, but I think it's time to let go curly roots. That's a whole nother story. Anyway, I'm gonna talk about the relationship with my mother. I know I've mentioned that I did hate my mother. I hated her because my mom wasn't here in my life. My dad took us away from my mom at a very tender age. I was just 6 years old when I left my mother. The memories of her faded away over the years. So I've dealt with mommy issues. And the first thing that I can say about the whole mommy issues is that lack of confidence. Very, very true. Because growing up, I had to face the feminine part of life alone. My dad was very present, but daddy could do so much and no more. He's a man. He doesn't really understand the science of women. So I had to face a lot of the dressing up alone, getting my hair done, making sure I look good, the iron, the pressing, all this stuff. Like, recently I've been learning is to iron my clothes. I never used to iron my clothes because my dad doesn't iron his clothes, and he was the only active parent in my life. So I will watch what daddy, do, and I will get up out of bed, take a shower, and put on anything, and it would just look so crushed and so crinkly crink. My hair, I had to learn to do my hair myself. I really got better with hair when the epiphany, my aha moment came after I graduated high school, and I was like, Dad, I'm not gonna go to college. I did a year of college. I didn't like it, so I flunked out. And I said I want to go to hair school. So I ended up going to hair school, and that's where I learned how to braid, and I've learned how to, take care of hair and treat hair and all that good jazz. And yeah, I didn't know how to do my hair. So I would go to school looking hit every day. And then puberty hits. I'm having my period and I'm having breasts. My dad didn't know anything about bra shopping. He didn't know the type of bras to buy. He didn't know what is a minimizer, what's a sports bra, the bra with the metal underneath it, the lifting bra, the push-up bra. Dad did not know that. So daddy would go to Bobby's and he would buy Bobby's bra or bras from Pretty Girls. So those bras never held up. Never. They would pop, they would break, they would stretch out, and I would have to keep wearing them. I didn't know any difference. I didn't know any better. So I always wore bras that made my boobs sag, my back hurt, and no support. So I was the girl that was a bum. They called me bum. I was dirty, and I was the girl with saggy breasts. So the next issue that I faced was lack of trust. Especially with women. I did not get along with women. I did not trust women. I did not like any type of woman until one woman came into my life. She was my 6th grade to 8th grade teacher. So the Lord sent her into my life at middle school, and she was a blessing. I've learned a lot from her. So I ended up trusting her as a woman, and I think that's where everything really began, where I started really resenting my mother because I started taking this woman as my mother. And that's another thing, was replacing the mother bond in relationships. So I would always look for a mother in woman. Subconsciously, it would happen. So every woman I met, they were like my mother. So my mother wasn't my mother anymore. So she would be pushed aside, and I started telling people she was dead, she's not alive, and that's it. But yeah. So bringing me down to the next point was Difficulty setting boundaries. Difficulties setting boundaries. I could not set boundaries. Things would happen to me and I would just accept it. Even with my relationship with men, I didn't have any boundaries with my father, and daddy would do too much. He'd do too much. Oh, I love my father, but man, that man do too much. And it wasn't until I started setting boundaries against him that I started was able to set boundaries with others. So it was no boundaries. It was like, whatever. Now, I'm learning myself and I'm becoming Stacey Lee Warren. I'm becoming me. So I have a lot of lines that you are not allowed to cross, period. And I've learned to say no. I've learned to say, I don't like that. I don't want that. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to do that. No, 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 no. I've learned to do all those things. Difficulty seeing self accurately. So I definitely had a body image. I definitely had a self-realization image. I wasn't confident, guys. I was very, very battered growing up. Very, very battered. That's why I'm very, very tender towards young people, especially young girls. Like, it brought me back to that mind of young Stacey, and I just wanted somebody to be there. I wanted a woman figure to love me, to embrace me, to let me feel love and be loved and all that good jazz. I really just wanted it. So I try to give it as much as I can. I'm very motherly to my babies. I always hug them. Like, every chance I get, I will hug them. And I learned that through one of my mother figures. And that was in high school. She started to show me the love part, because I wasn't that type of person. I was it, but not really. But now I'm like open to receiving it and giving it more and hugging people. Like, if you meet me now, you see that I'm a very genuine hugger. I like to hug, I like to hold, I like to embrace. I like that. Making avoidance the difficult position. So true. So true. I would hate anything that have an obstacle, that was uncomfortable, that was confrontational. I hated it. So that's why I ended up taking a lot of crap, because I felt like speaking out would bring a side of a negativity, confrontation, whatever. I always tried to avoid it. I never wanted to face it, so I never said anything. I just accepted it. Feel like this is what it is, and beggars can't be choosers, and I kind of need this person right now to fill a void that I'm feeling, so I just take it. But now I do face them. Not every dog that barks I throw my stones at, but I do face at times. I do. Being overly sensitive. Guys, this one is so true. Overly sensitive. I'm a very, very sensitive person. Growing up, my father always said, Stacey, you can't have any friends because you're too sensitive. You can't let people into your life because you're too sensitive. I cried for everything behind closed door, of course. But the least little thing will offend me.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying.
Yeah, overly sensitive. To be honest, I'm still sensitive, but I'm learning to grow a little more backbone. It's good to have a little bit of sensitivity, but not too much. And I had way too much. The breeze would blow wrong and I'd be like a wreck. So I'm in a phase too where I'm becoming one with my emotions and allowing myself to feel and not block out what I'm feeling, but try to really just embrace it and feel with it, you know, and try to learn from it as well. But definitely overly sensitive. Yes, that's very true. So now you saw all my issues that I've had, and some of them I'm still dealing with, of course, but I can tell you for sure I've learned to set boundaries. Boundaries for me is very, very important. I do have a sense of confidence now building in myself. I am learning that I am pretty, I am beautiful, I'm smart, I'm good enough, I'm more than enough, and I am enough. So that confidence is really, really, really just starting to build over the course of this year. And I am open to trusting women. I don't shy away from the situation anymore. So I'm learning to open myself to adult women. I used to think that they were the enemy, but I'm learning that they're not. So yeah. So I think that's it for this video. You guys learned about the 7 issues I had from mommy issues, and 7 things that I've dealt with and I'm still dealing with, working on it every day. I hope you guys could look into your life, fix your situation, admit it to it, come to terms with it, and work on each of those things one by one, and see where it takes you guys. And if it brings you to a point where you can reconcile with your mother, then by all means go ahead and do that. But I originally did a video of me talking about my mother's story. I wasn't gonna post it, but I think I'm ready to post it. So I'm gonna put this video out first, and then part 2 will be my mother. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys could understand my story a little bit more. And that video is very, very raw. I did not know it was gonna rip me up the way it did, but you know, I'm going through my healing still, guys. I'm really still going through my healing. So I'm gonna put that video out for you guys. I'm gonna let you guys see it, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. And I hope it really speak to you guys in a great way. And like I said, this is naked truth, and we're gonna do things very nakedly. So alright guys, I'll catch you in my next video. Don't forget to be bold, to be free, and to be fearless. Share the video, spread the word. We're going places, we're doing big things. And I'll see you in my next video.
Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart.